Alrighty, welcome in. Today we're going to be covering Jaswinder Cheema? Jaswinder Cheema? No idea how to pronounce that name properly, and I do not care to learn the proper way. Jaswinder was caught in the Petaluma, California sting, which had a lot of pretty memorable guys in it. There was fucking Maurice Wolin, for goodness sake. One of the more interesting fellas ever caught. But Jaswinder, not too much is known about him afterwards. He did get in trouble back in like 2021 or something, but he just failed to register when he moved, so it's nothing too interesting. He did also get a name change at one point in time, but that might have been before TCAP. I don't know. Anyways, let's hop into it.
Dateline hired this 18-year-old actress to play the part of the 12 or 13-year-old home alone, and the men seem happy to see her.
Look at look at this very professional man here strolling up. He looks very professional, don't you think?
I don't know why.
Like 30-year-old Jaswinder Cheema, a sales manager for a large electronics company.
I never would have guessed that this sleazy fucker works in sales. Chris didn't even need to say that. I could have guessed. All right, I think most of us could have seen this guy. Like, yeah, this guy works in sales.
Online, he calls himself exclusively in it. He hit on a perverted justice decoy posing as a 13-year-old in a Yahoo chat room. He tells the girl, "I could probably teach you a few things." The decoy says, "Oh,
yeah, cold calling, door to door, how to serve ramen noodles in the waiting room to get people to come back. There's a lot you can learn."
Yeah, like what? And he responds, like some positions and moves. Then he says he likes soft, sensual kissing.
Moves like addressing buyer concerns, guys. Hustle, mindset. Ask the customer, what are their pains? What position are they in where they need this product, and sell it to them.
See, I like to make love.
Hey, I made some lemonade. Sit down for me. I'm gonna go change tonight. Well, hang on. You gotta be patient for that.
Just a hug?
No hug for me?
I'm sorry?
No hug for me?
Oh, no.
Look at Chris fucking tower over this guy. He doesn't look very tall. Chris is like 6'2" or something. All right, sign on the Lakers, dude. We need you. But Cheema here just looks so short. I don't know what it is about him, but especially when he's going up to the decoy. Let's find that again.
I like to make love.
Hey, I made some lemonade. Sit down for me.
Like, he doesn't look that tall there. I'm not trying to hate on short people. I'm like 5'10" on a good day, okay? I'm not tall. But he just looks like 5'4" here. I don't know why. Okay, apparently him and I are the same height. I just checked, but he just looks so short.
I'm gonna go change tonight. Well, hang on. You gotta be patient for that.
Just a hug?
No hug for me?
I'm sorry?
No hug for me? Why don't you have a seat right over there for me?
No.
Oh, no what? Come on, have a seat.
Oh no, I'm not gonna get this sale. Oh no, dude. I can't sell this car at 43% APR.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, please sit down. You're sorry.
Jaswinder, why are you apologizing, man? You haven't done anything wrong, okay? Like, you can talk, you can converse, but as long as you don't do anything.
For what?
I think I know what this is.
Please sit down.
I'm not for that, seriously. You're probably gonna arrest me?
I'm not going to arrest you.
Cops will probably. I'm sorry, I'm not here really to do anything, though.
He claims the girl he was coming to meet is 19, despite the fact that the decoy says she's 13, not once, but twice.
Imagine, they use shots like that a lot. Imagine being the dude with, like, the fucking full-size camera, needing to lean in to a monitor to get, like, the perfect shot. They might have had, like, a rig for it or something. Or maybe that could be, like, an effect for all I know. But imagine being that guy having to do that for fucking 4 hours.
Now, I've got the entire transcript here, and no place does it say that she's 19. I mean, you can go through it if you
No,
find
I
it, you
believe.
can tell me.
How long?
Here's the sales contract. If you go over it, you can find all of the questions you have about the product you're trying to receive.
How old did she say she was?
13.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, she says that right off the get-go here.
Wow. I gotta watch that back.
She say she was
13.
Wow.
Wow. That I make that same face, same response when some guy hits me with a good deal for like fucking solar panels. Like, wow. Oh, wow. What a fucking goober.
She says that right off the get-go here.
You know, I was actually home at that time, really
Right.
drunk. I probably didn't even pay attention.
So you didn't even notice that she was 13.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I have never ever been with a minor.
And how old are you?
I'm 20, actually 28. Yeah.
28.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure?
I'm positive.
Yeah.
Actually, he's 30.
I'm on.
What difference does being 28 to 30 make in this, Jaswinder? Like, genuinely, what difference would this, would that, even in your head, like, morally, I don't know, dude. This guy is just fucking dumb.
Video?
Right now, yes, you are.
Can we turn that off, please?
No, we can't.
Where is the police? I know what's going to happen.
It turns out, exclusively in it,
What do you do for a
knows exactly what he's just walked into.
I watched your show on Dateline. I would never do that.
So you've seen the show?
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
you've
already,
seen the show and you showed up here anyway.
I didn't know she was 13. I'm sorry.
Come on, though. But it says right there.
Could you please turn the camera off?
I
though?
cannot do that.
Instead, I remind him who I am.
Chris Hansen with
Arrest me,
Dateline
please.
NBC.
I know, arrest me, please. I'm here.
And the big cameras come out.
Then obviously
Because he's seen our reports, he knows what's going to happen next.
Hey, my guy, you're going to keep saying, he says arrest me like 30 times. If you're going to say that over and over and over, and you've seen the show, you know that the cops, I don't think, ever walk inside to arrest the guy. Like, they might already be inside, but you're outside, so it's like they never come up to you. It's always you leave. And if you refuse to leave, then I guess, but I don't know, dude.
The cops are here, so you can arrest me if you want.
That's true. The cops are here. Perverted Justice is working with the Petaluma Police Department, providing chat logs and other evidence needed for law enforcement to arrest any suspect who shows up at the house.
Well, I mean, I know the police is going to arrest me, so where do you want me to go and be arrested? I can explain to the police. I mean, look at me. Do you think I would do something like that? I'm very professional.
God, dude, if this guy... All right, I'm gonna back it up so we can look at what a very professional man looks like here while I ramble. But this very professional man here, imagine if he was like active on Twitter back during like the hustle grind mindset era of like rise and grind, you know, rent's due every day. Like I'm very professional. What's professional about you, dude? Your pencil goatee, your pencil sideburns. Like, that's just of the era. I wouldn't say that's professional. You got a button-up shirt with a white, you know, full-size collar shirt underneath it. That's very professional right there. That's what presidents wear. You know, that's what I'm going to wear to my wedding one day if I ever get married. It's just that. That's very professional looking. God damn it, dude. You know, I'm wearing a button-up right now. I don't have an undershirt because, like a real man, I have a button-up with no undershirt. And this fucking goober is like, I'm very professional. Like, shut up.
Thing like that. I'm very professional.
Well, I see a lot of people.
Look at Chris. Chris has a solid collar button up with a nice blazer over it. And he's a handsome man. Okay? Those are points to professionalism. He's got papers in his hand. He's well articulated. You know, he looks way more professional than you do.
People come in here who are very professional.
Name one,
Police are
Chris.
staked out in the garage of the house next door. As a man exits the backyard, law enforcement moves in and then makes the arrest.
Step on out, step on out. Hands up. I'm here. Keep your hands up. I'm here. There you go.
He's taken to a booking station where he's photographed, read his rights,
Do you have the right to remain silent?
and interviewed by a detective, where he continues to insist that he thought the girl was 19.
I was drinking at that time, and I didn't really, you know, pay attention while she's 13. Like, I mean, if I was awake and I had known, I would not be here.
Then he comes up with,
Then why are you here, dude? Oh, I was drunk. I've been drunk. And I've still been fully articulate and able to understand of my surroundings and what's going on and the conversations I'm a part of. It's how drunk do you get on your own in your apartment in a chat room? How drunk do you get?
something we've never heard before.
That's I'm telling
I
you.
know all about to catch a predator
Oh, yeah,
defense.
absolutely. I mean, you can talk to Chris. When I said, you know, I know who you are. I've seen the show many, many times. I mean, we talk about it at work. I would never do anything like that. Why am I being arrested? I haven't really done anything. Don't you think I should?
Because we prevented it. We prevented it from happening.
Your Honor, I didn't actually kill the guy. I just shot in his direction, okay? Oh, okay, well then that's fine. Well, for some judges it is. But like, I never understood that argument of like, oh, I was never actually able to do it. Not even just with like To Catch a Predator or anything, but just so many times I watch like body cam footage or, you know, court cases and stuff, and you know, even people I've met in real life, you know, out and about in school and work and stuff. It's like, oh, well, I was never actually able to do it, so it's like, it's not like I did anything wrong. But you tried. Like, you attempted it. Oh, but, you know, is the person actually hurt? No, but they would be if you were a bit better at it. So it's like, what's your argument? You're too weak and pathetic? That's actually, you know, sorry, I'm going on a little tangent here real quick. There is, in New York State, I'm sure in other states as well, when someone is assaulted, you know, even if, you know, there's like actual evidence of it, like third-party witnesses and maybe even like a video, if there's no mark left, police typically don't do anything. Or you can say like, oh, like if the person is like physically weak, like you can't really say like they can impose physical harm to you, especially when you're quite strong. Like I am quite a strong man. You know, police will say like, oh, but you know, you're much stronger than the person, so they can't really hurt you, but they can try. And that's actually something that pisses me off to no end. And it's like, I don't care that I'm stronger than them. They've, you know, hit me, they've tried to, but, you know, they're just too weak to leave a bruise. It doesn't make it okay. It's still, you know, the crime. It doesn't matter that, you know, oh, but, you know, there's no victim, or, oh, it, you know, it hasn't happened, or, oh, it didn't leave a mark. Like, it still happened, or was going to, but because of circumstances that are kind of pathetic, it didn't.
Why am I still arrested, though?
Because you came up here to prey on a 13-year-old girl.
I know, but that part is over. Whatever happened, I mean, don't you think
Oh
I
my
should
God.
be let go now?
That ties back into my point beautifully. Like, yeah, I treated you like shit. Like, I'm not even going to really talk about like TCAP here. More just like a general reference and stuff. Like, oh, I've treated you like shit. I've been mean to you. I've been horrible to you. But that was like last week, okay? Like, yeah, I threw stuff at you. But that was like 2 months ago, okay? Like, it's still... This is something that pisses me off. Just because time has passed, time does not heal all wounds. Or maybe it does. But time doesn't forget. A certain time frame has passed. In this case, you know, 5 minutes for Jaswinder here. That doesn't mean it magically all of a sudden is okay. You know, wrongdoings don't disappear. They only get further and further in the memory. But they're still there. And, you know, if you did actually assault a child, you know, that would be forefront their entire life. They would never really forget that. But, oh, but it was like last week. Shut the fuck up, dude.
So you can go find another 13-year-old? I have a responsibility. I'm responsible to keep my community safe.
You're right.
He's taken to the Sonoma County Jail, where he remained until he posted $30,000 bail.
Okay, watch your head getting in.
The
Alright, so before we go over his chat log here, I want to go over his name change real quick, because I've referenced it a couple of times. But the sting took place between the end of September and the beginning of October 2006. And on October 16th, Jaswinder applied for a name change. He paid the $320 fee to begin that process. And on November 28th of 06, it was granted. He went from Jaswinder Singh Cheema to Jesse Singh. And he was allowed that. Now, I don't have the time frame for everything involving Jaswinder's, you know, legal dealings because of, you know, his time on TCAP and all that. But he was most likely still going through the court system by this time. I imagine, you know, he very much still was. But for some reason, Judge Eugene Hyman of California allowed Jaswinder Singh Cheema to become Jesse Singh. Now, the name is very similar. He kind of really just shuffled a little bit around and went from Jaswinder to Jesse. But then, Jaswinder is still on the California RSO. Matter of fact, he got in trouble not that long ago because he failed to notify of an address change. He moved. He's still in California. But even in, I think this was like 2023, But anyways, that's besides the point. He's still on the RSO list, and he was allowed a name change, even though Sonny Derek Porter, Jeff Sokol, wasn't allowed a name change, even though Sonny Derek Porter is not on the RSO list. So it's very odd to me how California allowed that. But what do I know? Not much, apparently. But anyways, to his chat log. Alrighty. So he messages first, says hi, and on August 23rd. And Willow Filipino, who is a decoy that I've seen a couple of times already, responds, "Hey, what up?" They talk for a little bit, and at 1:07 a.m., so 1 in the morning, is when he says he's 28, and the decoy says 13. He says, "Oh wow, aren't you young to be here?" So, Jaswinder, you acknowledge how old the decoy is there, my guy. You're fully aware of the decoy's age. There's no excuse. "Oh, I was drunk." So? You acknowledged it, dude. And also, it's like, you were drunk on the 23rd. When was the last message? The 26th. Jaswinder then asks the decoy, "Have you met anyone?" And the decoy says, "Not off chat." And he says, "In real life, so an older guy?" The decoy says, "I don't care age. My dad's 54, my mom is 31. My ex was 15 and he sucked." And then he says, "So wild you want to see an older guy." So it's, you acknowledge that not only is there an age gap, but how old the decoy is. And it's only been like 6 minutes. Like, way to go, dumbass. Well, the decoy asks, "So what are you looking for?" And he says, "Well, I've never met anyone your age. Youngest was 17. And what are you looking for?" Youngest was 17. Now, I know in some places the age of consent is like 17 or maybe like 16 plus or minus 2 years or whatever. Like 18 plus or minus 2 years. There's like some variability there. But youngest was 17. So it's, you're fully, you are okay with this. You acknowledge the age. You acknowledge that it is younger than the youngest you've been with. And the fact that you have a youngest you've been with, that's a little odd, my guy. A little odd. And it's now already 1:12 a.m. Chat started at 1:04. He says, "Would you meet me? LOL." Decoy says, "If you're cool and we talk more, maybe. Depends." And then he asks, "Are you a virgin?" So it took less than 10 minutes for this guy to just make this sexual. There was never even a non-sexual part of this conversation. There was the introduction, finding out who this person is, and then, okay, I know who they are, I know what I want, I'm going to steer the conversation the way I want it to go. And so the decoy is trying to, find out a little bit more about the guy. They're just talking. He says, "I'm a nice guy. I'm a college grad," spelled college wrong, and says, "have a good job," spelled have wrong. "Are you going to be nice to me and treat me nice?" "Lol, I'm always nice." "Like, I will you. What would you do? Tell me." Gave me preview. LOL. "Lol, I don't even know if you're cool, but I'm down for whatever." "Well, let's say I am. Pretend." "Okay, if you're cool, I'd do whatever." "I would love that. I would not pressure anything. And make you want me, LOL. Tease you, LOL." Jaswinder then says, "I know how to move my hands and tongue, LOL." Decoy responds, "Everyone knows how to move their hands and move their tongue. Even babies know that." "Well, not with adults, LOL." Decoy says, "My ex was lazy." And Jaswinder responds, "Well, I don't know if you like, but I'm big into foreplay." Decoy responds, "I ain't had much, but I prob like maybe." "Yeah, if done nicely. I mean, you could have sex and be done, or have lots of fun doing it. I mean, you seem like real nice. Okay. I know he's just saying this just to get in the decoy's pants, but it's like, there's no real way to gauge how nice someone is from a handful of messages. Like, you said barely a few sentences to this person. Most messages have been like 1 or 2 words. They can't gauge anything off that. Anything real off of it, let's say. And then just randomly, you seem like a good kisser. How do you gauge? You've seen the pictures of the decoy on the MySpace. But how do you gauge that, my guy, without seeing them? I know he's saying that to butter up the decoy, but it's just so odd. Oh, and in case you're wondering, Jaswinder loves kissing. Like soft, sensual kissing. See, I like to make love, lol. That's cool. That sounds better, yeah. Hopefully you'd want to see me, no matter when. If we talked more, you can come, sure. I'm always like that. Yeah, for sure. I have patience, lol. Lol, that's good, because guys that don't suck. You're worth the wait. Aw, thank you. So do you drink? I had a cooler once. It seems fun. Yeah, those are fun. I don't drink much. Very little. Oh, okay. Coolers are cool. Mike's Lemonade. This guy, in the same conversation that he found the decoy's age and that he presumably made the excuse for to Chris about being too drunk to understand what the decoy wrote, he then writes in the same damn message that he doesn't drink much. What, dude? I really wish Chris brought that up. There's been a couple of times where Chris would like flip through the chat log and go like, "Oh, look at that." It was one when I think it was like the same sting when someone's like, "I don't chat at that time. I'm at work in my office," and then Chris looks through and like, "Oh, it says right here you're in your office." Oh my god, what a fucking buffoon. His wife went to salon, by the way. Jaswinder then asks what school the decoy goes to for whatever reason. And the decoy says, I'm 13. I go to school when it starts. I play DS. And I like our TV and koozie. That like it all, lol. And then Jaswinder responds, you know you're very sexy for your age. What a fucking... Dude. He then says, I'm a 5'10", medium body. Dude, this guy, he's 5'10", so he's the same height as me. But this motherfucker was so skinny. He medium build would be if you were obese. Alright, if you were fat, thick. You aren't, dude. You got like a size 32 gene. Alright? Jesus, man. Fair skin, brown hair, brown eyes, spiky hair, sexy lips like yours. Clean cut. Decoy then says, I'm 89 pounds. Think you can lift me? And he says, hell yeah, I would love to. Carry you in my arms. The only way that Jaswinder could carry 89 pounds would be when you do like that firefighter carry. And you have like people stabilizing you. I genuinely don't think he could. I'm not trying to like body shame. Maybe I am. Alright, maybe I am. But, you know, dude, you are not strong enough to carry this person. Maybe if you like bear hug and lean back, you could get their feet up off the ground. But you couldn't carry this person. God. I don't know why that pissed me off so much, but it did. Jaswinder asks, what's on your mind? Decoy says, you silly. And he responds, same as mine, huh? I like that. Anticipation is hot. You know how to build it. The decoy then responds, I'm glad I'm hot. And Jaswinder says, oh yes. With several S's. Several. Like a dozen S's. Like a baker's dozen. So it is now August 25th. And he opens with, hey sexy. Decoy responds in 12 seconds. Hey ya. One more day, lol. Yep, that's it. Gosh, you've been on my mind. I can't wait. So it's still August 25th, and Jaswinder says, I'm just going to have dinner with my cousin. Decoy asks, what are you having? And he responds, I don't know, haven't decided yet. I would like to have you. Aw, that'd be fun. My hunger and appetite is you right now, LOL. That's so sweet. So should I just come online tomorrow before I leave? This fucking guy, dude. I will say, his chat log so far really isn't that bad. Like, I'm reading it, and it's not egregious. Like, obviously it's bad. But in the realm of the chat logs that I have read before, his is quite tame. Alright, so that's really about it for Jaswinder's chat. I mean, it's 13 pages, and there was only a couple of points where I kind of felt like, oh, this is something that I should read. Well, I read it all, but very few points where it's like, man, this would be something I should put in the video. It's all, you know, a lot of it's just normal kind of guy trying to butter up the decoy talk. But it's nothing, you know, that stands out, really. But, yeah, that was Jaswinder Cheema. Thank you to everyone who's found info out about him. People like TCAP Case Studies has done a lot of work. Skip Tracer, they've done a lot of work, and I appreciate that, so thank you. But, that's really about it. That's about all I got for you. So, if you made it this far, thank you. Bigger number, bigger, better. And sorry that this one was a bit shorter than the usual, but it do be what it do be.